everyone. So today I'm going to be doing my reading plans for spring. So April, May, and June are the months that this video will encompass. So I have some things picked out, but of course we must do what the TBR jar says. So I will pick 3 titles from here first, and then I will show you what else I plan on reading, assuming this does not completely derail my plans. So let's go ahead and get started. So just as a reminder, this TBR jar has all of my completed series on my shelves that I haven't yet read in here, as well as some digital manga that I'd like to read. There's a couple challenges in here, but not really. So let's go ahead and pick the first one, and it will be this one right here. And it is Flashpoint. That's a one-shot, so that's fine. Here it is. This is Flashpoint. This is by the same author as F. So if this is anything like that, it will be kind of funny commentary on politics, real-world politics. So we'll see what I think of this. Easy one-shot to start. We'll see what's next. Here we go. Oh, there's 2. I want this one. I can't remember what my colors mean. I think purple, well, that's another one-shot. That's Record of the Glass Castle. Purple must mean ones that are on my TBR already. So this is Record of the Glass Castle by Osamu Tezuka. I don't know what this is about, but I've enjoyed pretty much all the Osamu Tezuka works I've read. So he does a lot of different genres, so I'm not sure what genre this one will be. On the back it just says seinen, classic, drama, manga. So a drama, I guess. We'll see. Wow, the TBR jar is being so nice to me. Hopefully nothing terrible happens now that I said that. So let's pick our last one. If it's another one-shot, I might pick one more. But let's go with this one. And I can see that's blue. Oh, I saw it through the paper. Well, I spoke too soon. That's Basara, which is fine. I don't mind reading that. I have no problem. Like, that's not something I'm scared to read or anything. It's just long. But it's fine. I can do with 1 long one and 2 one-shots. So this is Basara. If you don't know, this is a very highly acclaimed shoujo manga that's been out of print in English for years. But it is available to read on the Viz Manga app. So I will do that, and I will let you know my thoughts. So that's it for the TBR jar for now. We'll see you again in a few months. So that was great. That didn't really affect my reading plans that I had at all. So let me show you what else I'm planning to read throughout the next couple months. First up, I know that Tokyo Babylon will be ending in English in the next few months, I think in May. So I am planning on reading all 7 volumes of this series. I read the first volume, I enjoyed it. I also have X sitting on my shelves, and maybe if I have time I will read both of them because I want to read this before I read X. So yeah, this is one that I need to read. And then the big one that I picked out before I knew I had to read Basara is Tokyo Revengers. So this one is also ending. This is ending in March. So I have the entire series. I have not read a single page of the series. I've heard very mixed things, especially about the ending. Pretty much only negative things about the ending. But honestly, every time I read a series that has bad reviews about the ending, I think the ending is perfectly fine. So we'll see if that pattern holds true here. But yeah, I enjoy action series, so I don't think I will dislike the series. Hopefully not, since I have all of them. But I am excited to finally give it a go and see what all the hype is about. So in April, the one-shot readathon is happening again. This is hosted by Mark Reads Manga and Bizarre Individual, and the entire goal is to just read one-shots. So I will read the 2 one-shots that I picked from my TBR jar, but also I have a couple other ones that I'd like to get to. Firstly is Go-Go Monster. I don't know why I haven't read this yet. It was out of print for so long, and I was looking for it for so long, and then they reprinted it, or re-released it, whatever, and then I never read it. I don't know why, but I'm definitely planning on reading this one. Then I have more Osamu Tezuka, so I have Tomorrow the Birds. I have many more one-shots of his that I haven't yet read, so they'll get read. Probably not all during this readathon, but I will read some. Next up, I have some horror manga. The scariest thing about this manga, at least to me, is how beat up this volume is. I don't know if you can see, but it's very strange. It's like the cover was ripped before they laminated the cover. It's very strange. I never got a replacement because I don't even know if I'm going to like this. I think I will. This is by the author of, what's it called? Dragonhead, which is a 10-volume, 8-volume, 10-volume horror manga that I've read, and it was okay. I didn't really like it, but this is just a one-shot, and I think it was written in the 80s or something like that. I almost just spoiled myself. I needed not do that anymore. But I am very excited to read it. I love this cover, besides the giant crease in the middle of it. But very much excited to read this. Next up, I have some weird stuff. So this is Eat by the same author as The Girl from the Other Side and weirder things. So I picked this up because I think it's about cannibalism, and I don't know why I keep reading cannibalism books or manga. It's just interesting to me what the author is trying to say when they incorporate cannibalism in their manga. So definitely looking forward to this. I think it is kind of playing with taboo subject matter as well, because I believe that the main character is a professor and the other character here is a student. So we'll see about that, but definitely very interested in this manga, to say the least. And then one of my goals for this readathon every year is to reread a favorite one-shot. Half the time I don't do it, but this year I really want to reread The Strange Tale of Panorama Island. I read this just a couple years ago, but I loved it. It's another very weird, pretty dark, very graphic manga, but it was so weird. I just love it. So very much looking forward to revisiting this one as well. Another series that should be finishing in the next few months is Sketchy. So I have volumes 1 through 5. Volume 6 is the final one, and then I will finally continue reading the series. I've read this first volume. It was fantastic, so can't wait to read more of this. And then I'm also slowly reading through Space Brothers, and by slowly I mean I've read 2 volumes of it. It's been okay so far. It's just digital only, so I don't really think of it, so I haven't read too many volumes yet, but I'm enjoying it enough to keep reading all the digital volumes I have of it. It will get read for sure, it's just not a huge priority for me at this point. And finally, since these TBR videos are usually kind of short, I thought I would talk about some of the novels I'm planning on reading as well. If you didn't know, I have this entire project I'm doing all year. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you probably don't know about this because I haven't talked about it on here at all. But I'm basically reading through all of Brandon Sanderson's works in the Cosmere. The Cosmere is like his own world, so some of his series are connected, not like in the same world, but in different planets in the same universe, if that makes sense. And at the beginning of the year, I just spontaneously decided I was going to read all of them. Some of them I've read previously, some of them I have never read. So my April read is Words of Radiance, just this book, because as you can see, it's huge. I have never read this book. I have read the first book, The Way of Kings, and I'm currently rereading it in preparation to read the second one. So this is what I'm reading in April. Then in May, I'm taking a little bit of a break from the Stormlight Archive, which is what that series is, and I am reading Elantris. This is kind of funny because I tried to read Elantris a couple years ago, and before that it was on my TBR for 7 years, and I DNF'd it. I stopped reading it at about 40% of the way through, I think. So I never finished this book, but I unhauled it, and now I've bought it again to read for this project. So this time I will definitely get through it, whether I have to listen to the audiobook or whatever. I will get through it. This is like his first novel, so it's generally considered to be one of his worst books or not as great books compared to some of his newer stuff. So this one I will definitely be finishing. And then, so that's in May, and also in May is Arcanum Unbounded. This is like a collection of short stories. Some of them are still quite long, that take place in the Cosmere. And then in June, I'm going back to Stormlight. So this is the 3rd book in the Stormlight Archive series. Definitely one of the longer ones. So yeah, these books are huge. That's why I'm only reading 1 book of these a month. But after I finish this one, then I will officially be halfway through my Cosmere project. So that's pretty exciting. This is a very intimidating project, so it's just kind of my own challenge to myself, but I've never not tried to complete a challenge when I've set out to do it, so I will be continuing with this project because it's fun. And then throughout these few months, of course, I will be reading other novels as well. I'm not going to share them with you because I'm a little bit more spontaneous with the novels I pick. Sometimes I get stuff from the library, sometimes I have things on my TBR, so I'll just be reading random stuff. But this is a manga channel, so I will not be talking about those on here. I just thought I'd share some of the things I'm planning on reading. So yeah, if you've read anything that I talked about in this video and you want to share your thoughts, please leave those comments down below. Otherwise, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!